Hey guys, it's me again, and I have not been on here for a long time, so I feel like I need to give a little explanation. Unfortunately, I can't really give much of one. I just honestly have not been doing too much art. I haven't really been in my studio much for the last few months. There was just some issues that needed to be dealt with, but I can't really give you much of an explanation because the person does not really want me talking about it too much, and unfortunately, because of who the person is, I am the main person that kind of needs to help them deal with their issues. I've been on the comments and stuff and been replying and whatnot. One thing with doing videos is it takes so much time to plan it out. If I've planned correctly, some videos, as you've probably seen, haven't been planned, and I'm, using weird things and whatever to do something because I haven't planned and I don't have it right there within my grasp. But it does take a while to plan videos. You have to plan what you're going to film. Then you have to plan the actual filming of it, and then you have to edit it and upload it. And editing is probably my worst nightmare. I really hate editing. Like, I just loathe it. And I do a lot of editing. I know some people are like, you need to learn to edit. Well, I do so much editing. But, it takes so much time. And I would probably have like 40% more videos up if I didn't have to edit them. But I have to edit them because there's no one else that can do it, and I cannot afford to pay anyone to edit it. But I am going to try to find a way to do it a little bit better and easier. So I'm going to probably try to do some more filming with my phone and whatnot, but not like handheld. It's going to be like on a tripod and still and everything. But if I can edit things on my phone, then it might make it a little bit easier. I'm not sure. I'm going to try. Rather than transferring all the files to my computer and then uploading them and ugh. Anyways, I'm losing you. I can tell I'm losing you. So the videos are a lot of work, and I love doing them, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. But it keeps me from doing actual art that is very satisfying for me. The videos and uploading tutorials are satisfying. I definitely get, satisfaction as an artist and as a teacher from doing that. But I really want to, I'm really not, I want to do more painting where I'm stretching myself and where I'm teaching myself and learning things. And that's hard to do when I'm doing video tutorials. So but I still want to do videos. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you in a little bit on the process of how I teach myself to do things. And because I'm a completely self-taught artist, and I teach myself watercolors, I taught myself mixed media, blah, blah, blah. I watch a YouTube video here, I watch a YouTube video there, and I kind of take what works for me, and I'll try something, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that didn't work, but this actually works really well. And so it's a lot of trial and error, and then your own style, your own techniques come from that after a while of doing that, and that's how I've taught myself. And so this is the first video where I'm going to let you in on some of that process, and hopefully it will also be a tutorial, because then you can kind of learn how someone has taught themselves, and maybe it can help you to give you some encouragement to keep teaching yourself. You don't need to have professional training. It definitely can help, and I'm not against professional training at all. It's just that that's not what I did. I did music. I did music as my career, teaching music history, piano, and whatnot before I had kids. So we are going to do a pastel painting, and I have never done pastels. Never. I have some pastels, because I think I heard once it's kind of nice to add them on top of acrylics, and I think I've done that in maybe one of my paintings. Ooh, I think it's just over there. Is it? Okay, let me just quickly go grab it. I do have a studio wall, which I'll show you. So this would be a typical painting that I had heard, you know, if you put some pastels on it and whatever, you can really make some colors pop. This is what I call my, I guess it's like Thomas Kincaid style piece. This is actually a test painting because I had to do a huge live painting at a ladies' weekend kind of thing on stage over the whole weekend. I did a painting and it was way bigger than this, but I needed to paint it because I had never done a live painting before. So this I did as practice for that, just in my studio, and then I kind of knew what I was planning on doing for the live painting. And anyway, so that's an example of maybe once I've used pastels. I have really never done this before, and I have no idea how it's going to look. I don't actually know how to do it. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos. I might watch another one before I get going. I'm not even sure which scene I'm going to paint, but it's going to have flowers because that seems like the best way to start for me, for my brain. And I'm a little nervous because it could turn out really terrible, but I hope I can just keep going and working through it, and we'll have something that looks half decent. So if you are still here after however minutes this has already been, we're gonna start with painting that with the pastels, thinking this is gonna take a little bit long, which it probably will be a longer video. I'm sure lots of you know about the playback speed, which is up in this corner right here. You press those three little dots, I think it is, and you can see the playback speed, and you can slow things down or speed things up. And I will be talking, I will be letting you in on my thought process because that's the whole point of this video. So it is going to be long. So I'm already prepared for the comments, everything. I'm good to go. And you can speed it up if you want, and then, you know, you can still hear me talking. I'm just like talking really fast and blah, 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 and it's a little bit high. And I'm already talking fast. I'm not nervous, I'm just a talk faster. I'm a fast talker. Yeah, my mouth is faster than my brain. My brain is not very fast. So let's go over there because I gotta stop, and we will see how this goes. Okay, so here we are. I have some pastel paper here. This is what I have. It's Strathmore pastel paper textured finish. So what I'm gonna do is I have found this person on YouTube. So this is sometimes a way I teach myself a new technique or a new style of painting or whatever. There's just different ways I do about it. But one thing, like, there is this video here. And it is by Karen Margulis, so M-A-R-G-U-L-I-S. And she has, I've watched two. Oh yeah, I haven't finished the third one yet. This was the first one I watched of hers, and then I've watched another one, and then I'm watching a third one. But I subscribed to her right away because, like, right away you can see all her thumbnails just have like awesome whatever, and I just like her style of teaching, and she just does nice quick videos, but like full paintings. And so we're gonna do this one, and it's a baby wipe underpainting. So I'm definitely gonna include the link here, and I am basically going to copy this. So I'm just saying that now. I'm not pretending that this is, you know, my own artwork or anything. But this is how I would sometimes learn a new technique, especially if I've been struggling, which I haven't because I haven't done pastels yet. I literally just opened this box today. But is maybe just find a good video and try to copy that if I have never done a technique before. Other times I would just watch a whole bunch of different videos, and then I would have my own picture or whatever and see if I can do it that way. So for now, this one, I'm going to do this way. I have some other pictures that I have taken myself that I want to try with pastels. And I was actually going back and forth between doing my first pastel piece from my own picture, and then it would be my own, you know, I wouldn't be copying anybody. But I think I'm going to just go ahead and just use her as my whatever for this first one. I just feel a little bit more comfortable doing that. So what I've done is I've watched the video, and I've kind of just tried to take in as much as I can. and then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try to just have her instructions in the back of my head. I'm not going to try to remember. I'm purposely not going to try to remember every little thing she said, because I want to find out some things. Because if I try things and find them out, then they will stay in my head that much easier. And then it becomes more and more my style the more I do that, right? If I'm always trying to copy every little thing someone else does, then I'm going to be frustrated, because I'm not going to be able to do it. You can't copy someone exactly time after time after time. I mean, you can do that, like, you know, once maybe, and then, but you can't keep doing that all the time, because it, first of all, it's kind of dumb to do that. Second of all, it's kind of hard, like it's pretty much impossible. So I want to just kind of have some things in the back of my mind, and just try to figure it out on my own also as I go. But I have a few different things that she has done that, you know, just key kind of stages of the piece that she did, and try to kind of keep to that. But I really want to get my brain working in there as much as possible, and my own thoughts. So that's always what I'm thinking. Now, before I forget, even if you aren't interested in pastels, you can still learn a lot from this, because the same concepts will work for any kind of learning a technique. So it's the same, it's just learning how your mind works, for you specifically, if that makes any sense. The other thing is, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so if I was just watching a bunch of different videos, and then I was like, okay, I have this awesome picture, I really want to try to do pastels, I would kind of do the same thing. I'd be like, I try to remember key things that I've learned from the videos, and then I would try to do that. It would be harder if I was doing my own picture, doing it for my own picture, but like I said, we're going to do this one. So what I've got here, now this is a baby wipe underpainting, so I found that kind of interesting. That's kind of what drew me to it, because I always like different techniques. And I've got these, and she did mention that it's best to have alcohol in them, but these are baby, like actual baby wipes. They literally say alcohol-free wipes, and they're getting a little bit dry, so I actually need to moisten them anyways. And they don't have alcohol in them, but I want them to have alcohol in them, because she said it was best. Sorry, I'm going across the camera here. And I'm not sure why it's best. I think because the alcohol, it dries faster, whereas the water takes longer, and so it would affect the pastels differently, the pigments and everything differently. I'm going to go by that. And I have this isopropyl alcohol, and so I'm literally just going to do this. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not. I feel like it should work. I'm just going to kind of, and, you know, get that in there. And now these are alcohol wipes. I can smell them. They are definitely alcohol wipes. I don't think there's any such term as alcohol wipes. These are cleaning wipes that are alcoholized. I'm also going to try wearing gloves, because my hands get dry so quickly, even in summer. And I feel like, I know I've said many times, I don't like wearing gloves. I can't stand wearing gloves. But I feel like if I just keep trying, because in paint pouring I do, and if I just keep trying, then maybe I'll get used to it, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? So let's just try this and see what happens. I don't know. So one thing she did was she had, she just kind of sketched out her little scene. And it's of poppies. I kind of showed you the thumbnail. Sometimes when we have a picture that we're really referring to, we can get too carried up in those details. But on the other hand, if you are doing like a commissioned, you know, work of something specific, like a portrait or whatever, then you would definitely, you know, want to try to keep some of that in there. And I have done that with another painting that I've done. But let's just stop talking and let's get to work here. I don't have any clue what color to use here. I'm going to use this, I have a dark blue, so I'm going to use this. And she just kind of drew the horizon line, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just kind of, as I'm thinking that, I'm going to think, what do I want this like? I'm going to look at this and imagine this finished painting. And right now I don't totally remember what hers looks like. I have a few pictures on my phone of just the different stages, like the very beginning stage, and then, you know, the second, kind of the finished stage. So this is what I have on my phone right now, just to remind me that, you know, she did sketch it out. So I have that, but I don't want to refer to that. I kind of want to just see, and I am using soft pastels. So let's go here, and then I'm gonna have some trees. Let's have a tree. No, I don't want to do that actually. Yeah, this is definitely a harder pastel. So this is Artist Loft. No, I'm trying not to look over there. And then she had some trees over here. Okay. And I think I might want to put some trees coming up over here. And now I'm going to refer to hers. So I have that, and there's some trees there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then we're going to have a little bit of an opening. I don't want it right in the middle though, so I might make it more kind of off to the side here. So that's kind of the opening. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm just going to fill in some of this. And do some, I want to keep those separate because I want to know which ones are my dark ones. So I'm going to use my hard pastels at the beginning because the soft ones, no, I'm not going to, because that's going to be green. So I'm going to use some, one thing that I have noticed in some of her other videos is that she uses the complementary colors of the underpainting. So like these are going to be green, so she would put like a brownish kind of red in there to kind of complement it. And so I'm going to try that and see. No, I'm not ready for the green, which makes a lot of sense. I typically have never really done underpaintings. Like, well, no, that's not true actually, I have. But normally, if I'm doing trees, I'll start with trees. Depending on how far back, if they're farther back, I will start with a little bit of purple. And because I want them to be more cool, and then I'll put in more warm colors as I come forward. So, I don't know, this is a new thing for me. So that's a pathway, which I'm just going to kind of put in. I'm going to put in a, maybe a light blue. Let's put in this color, because I think it kind of looks cool. Alright, and then I'm going to add in some darker browns here. So now I am thinking, because right now it's starting to get to the point where it's almost too hard to remember what she did, and I need to just think about what makes sense, because I've painted lots of scenes, so I can think about what makes sense, and I want to make it kind of darker here. I've never painted with pastels, so, you know, as far as the technique of holding them, that's one thing I don't really know what I'm doing. But, you know, she never actually talked about that, so that's something I'm going to have to figure out myself. Or, you know, do some research on if I find that I need to learn a little bit more about that. This path is kind of... So I know that I kind of want to make interesting shapes. You don't need to know how to paint with any specific medium to know that you want to make interesting shapes. And then I'm going to, this Artist Loft doesn't have a lot of interesting greens in it, but I'm going to put some in here. We're going to change some of these shapes. You guys, like this painting is going to go through a lot of disaster shapes. I kind of don't like what's going on there right now, but I feel like I can maybe, because it doesn't disappear, so I'll have to fix that because it's got to kind of come around. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to actually put in some of these poppies because they're in the foreground. And we're going to be viewing them from the perspective of someone kind of laying down in the grass. So you can see if you're laying down in the grass, this pathway is off. So really this pathway should be like here, possibly. So I'm going to have to adjust that. So right now, I am not thinking at all that I don't know how to do pastels. I am thinking what makes a painting look good. And we're just kind of going. Okay, I want to try to not make squiggly lines because I feel like that would not be right to make squiggly lines. So I need to kind of adjust that. I have no idea how that works, but and I'm just going to add a few pops over here. We'll probably add some more, but whatever. Okay, so let's do this baby white thing and see what happens. I don't know. Actually, oh, I want to do the sky. Right. That was the other thing. So I want to do a light blue. Maybe this one. I don't want to do it all the same. And I think I'm going to add some. Ooh, I like that with the white in there. Bring it down. Whatever. I'll fix that. Don't panic. I'm telling myself that right now. Don't panic. I have no idea what I'm doing, but don't panic. Okay, so we're going to bring some yellow down here. I remember she did that, and I really liked the sky. So that is something that I'm going to try to bring in. This was that fluorescent orange. It could be nice, actually, once it's in. I imagine that different pastels, different qualities, will, are a lot easier to work with. And these Faber-Castell ones, I definitely like working with them. And like watercolors, if you don't have good watercolor, well, if you don't have good paper, you're in trouble. You can work with them. I've done some videos where, okay, I think I might be doing a sunset here. I don't know. Okay, let's just stop here. Oh, I'm kind of liking that. If I look at it on my monitor, it looks a little bit different. I see a scene. It's looking more mountainous and foresty than what I'm wanting, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take these baby wipes. So what she does, she takes a couple. Oh, these are really soaked. Okay. And she just starts wiping. And this is a little scary, but whatever. It's just, I might as well try it, right? Don't be scared. So this is what I do. This is, when people are learning a new technique, they just go for it. And that's very hard for some people, I know. I've taught a lot of people, and I'm like, yeah, just go, put it down. They're like right here, like this. And I'm like, yeah, just do it. And they're like, what? So you just gotta go for it. Okay, I gotta say, I really like wearing gloves with this. These are tight-fitting gloves, so it obviously it's gonna make a difference with the kind of gloves that you use. What I don't want to do is make mud. What I fear I am doing is making mud. So we've got an underpainting here, I think we do. What if this video completely turns out terrible? I have to, because I want to be able to say this is the first time. I don't want to like not post this video and then be like do another video where I've already kind of learned a little bit. So I really have to make this turn out because I have to post this video, and because otherwise what's the whole point of doing it? Okay, I'm liking, so if I can stand back, which basically I'm looking at my monitor, because when I look at my monitor and when I look here, it's completely two different things. When I look here, I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at. When I look at my monitor, I can see a whole scene there. That path cannot be green though, because this is going to be green. So that path has to lighten up. But I think I'm going to dry it a little bit because it is a little bit wet, but it's alcohol, so it shouldn't take too long. But I'm going to use my blow dryer and just dry this really quick. People, I am a little bit concerned. I do have my reference photo for the next stage, but I feel like I'm going to try to do this. So I want some cooler trees in the background. So I'm going to start with some purpley. And I'm just going to, I'm kind of, I don't know, like, I'm kind of concerned that I'm not going to, because with acrylic, you can just color over, right? Actually, it looks like this is coming over pretty good too. I don't want to have perfectly, let's do that over there. Let's have this one kind of coming up a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that, and then maybe something like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna start putting in my greens. Let's do a cooler green. Darker green up here. Okay, I'm going to have to do this a little bit darker. I'm going to have to push harder. I'm going to have to force myself to learn the technique of using your pastels. Pastels? I don't know. I've heard it said both ways. I'm trying not to get into the camera here. I think I'm doing okay. I've got kind of a different lighting situation. I've been experimenting. I've got a light coming right overhead here. Yeah, so if you kind of just really, I don't want to have a hard edge. At some points I will, but I'm not there yet. Okay, and I've got to make some interesting shapes here. Let's use a different green. Why not? I'm just picking up whatever green at this point. Yeah, there we go. Maybe let's do a little bit of a blue. Right now, it's not looking as flowery as I want it to. So but I'm gonna just not freak out. Let's just be happy if this looks like anything. Let's just be happy if it looks like anything and it's not a complete disaster. Let's not expect too much from me right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put in some sky. I've got this thing here, and you know what? These are labeled. I'm just trying to see here. Soft pastels. Colors. Are these all the colors, or just the ones I have? No idea. Okay, well, that was useless. Probably on the back. No. Is this the back? No. Ah. Probably on the pack. No, I didn't throw out the packaging, did I? Maybe I did. This would be sky blue. I'm gonna say it's sky blue. So I want to put in some. Maybe I should go in like some sky holes. Okay, those just look like weird stars I'm trying to put in there. They don't make any sense. Okay, just go, Janelle. Don't think about it. Just don't think. Just instinct. Yeah, so, okay, I'm realizing it's a good idea to you want to clean these off because they get different colors on them. And that's not what you want. So, okay, I learned that. Good, good. Let's see, what does this white do? Let's just go in there with some white because I need some darker things in there. And I do want these trees to blur out, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, that was me considering crying. I'm really pushing down here. Oh, right, okay, I need to wipe this off. Okay, there we go. I'm like, why is it green? Why is it green? I'm like, Janelle, use your brain. You're putting green on there because you're wiping this off. Okay, that does not look like anything. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's go for that look because I don't like these. I really do want it in there. Like, I really want it in there really good. So this is already, I'm going off the, what's the, okay. Okay, I need to do some more down here. We've got those trees in there. I've got some shapes. I need to, like, I don't know what's going to happen there, but something needs to happen. So I think you go from dark to light. Do you not? I feel like you do. But how do you go lighter on top of that? Okay, we're going to find out. I'm going to put in, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, you know what she did? She put in some good, like, purple, some, like, crazy kind of purple. That's what she did. Let's do that. And, like, I really like how she was like, we need to put in color. Put in color where, you know, you normally wouldn't think, well, we're not going to put purple there. I love that because I like doing that in my paintings already. And then I'm just going to kind of, she maybe did that before the baby wipe, and I could always go in, I guess, with the baby wipe, but I really want to get this color into the rooms here. I guess I could just even do that, maybe. She also has a video where she does an underpainting with wine. Hello. So I remember the video where where, you know how I was talking at the beginning and I was showing you that painting of the, I don't know, was that Thomas Kincaid style painting with the steps and whatever. It wasn't that. It was a house that I did, my house, and I did not put pastels over it. I put oil paints on top of it to pop some color. So, no, it wasn't pastels. I remembered that after I said it. I was like, what? It wasn't pastels. Okay, I need to get this, I need to figure out this pathway because it's kind of, we've lost it. We've completely lost it. Let's just be nice and hearing over there. It's kind of going in between there. Yeah. Or is it a road maybe? I think it's looking like a road. Yep, it's looking like a road. So let's just bring this here. It's a little bit too close to the center. So normally I probably want it just a little bit off, but it's okay because it's kind of still like in general over on this third. And then I'm just going to kind of do that, I think. Okay. So I'll have to work on that pathway, but it's looking a lot better than it was before. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Now we need to go back to these trees, which I like the general shapes, but I'm not liking, that's about it. That's all that I like. Although that looks kind of cool now that I've blended it in. You know what, maybe these need more of that purple or this red here. These do have some really good colors in them, like just looking at them, like this one and this one. And those fluorescent ones, hello, those will be awesome for flower paintings, which is actually what this is supposed to be. But this is turning into more of just a, I don't know, an Old Town Road painting. Okay. No, we're going to put flowers in here because it has to have flowers. And of course there can be flowers here. Okay, so now I've got some different, you know, those are still going to be green, but I'm going to add in just on the side here. I guess the sun's coming from here because I have just decided that. So we're just going to kind of put that, oh, that doesn't look right. So yeah, I have no idea about the technique of how to hold a pastel, and I'm kind of working on instinct and what I've seen. So the other thing is, these are all kind of at the same height. They're all ending at the same place. I need them to not do that. So what I'm going to do, I need to bring this one down. I'm going to bring this one right down, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this one's going to be kind of in the front corner here. And it's going to kind of go over here. I'm trying to figure out how I would paint that coming over the thing. See, how are we going to be laying down in the grass when it's a road? Yeah, this is turning into a completely different painting, which is good. It's good. I'm actually kind of happy about that. But I really want to do those poppies, and I really like that perspective. So I'm still going to try to see if I can make it. See, like, my go-to is to just do squiggly lines, like I would, like scumbling with a brush, like with a bristle brush, and scumbling it in. But that's not going to work. Maybe I need to just kind of... okay, so that's going to be grass, whatever. Okay, let me go back in. Ugh. Okay. Let's try this dark indigo here. See what that, yeah, I like that. Blending that in. Just kind of do a little bit of different holes in there. Ah! Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I am just joking about the crying. Like, I'm not seriously gonna cry. More like just whining like a child. Okay. What is this supposed to do? What are we doing here? What's your plan here, Janelle? What's your plan? Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay, I like that. That gives me some different texture. The other thing she did was she put workable fixative on there, and it made her able to create some texture, which I'll do, but I still don't know how you seal the final product, because because when you spray it on, it darkens it. So what do people do for sealing it? I have to research that, because obviously you need to seal it. Okay, so now I've got lots of light coming in there, and it looks just like weird. It looks too bland. Let's just do some, instead of doing these I'm just trying different techniques. I have no idea what I am friggin' doing. This can't be right. Okay. Let's just get some dark in there. Yeah, like that. And let's put some blue in there too. Let's do some brown. Yeah, I've given up looking at my any reference photos. I might at the end see to help me finish it up, but at this point it would confuse me more. Because I'd be like, oh, I wanted to do that. And then, oh, I can't do that now. So I need to just go with this painting with whatever it's turning into. Okay. And I just want to put some depth into there. Okay. Let's start adding these flowers, but I need to lighten this up. So I'm going to use this. This is too, yeah. Ooh, I like that with the pink. And then I've got just some of those dark ones in there. And then we'll just kind of go in and just kind of bring this in. I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to use it like a brush, but it's not really working, I gotta say. Okay, so it's not a road, it's a pathway. We've gone back to being a pathway, although it looks like it's coming up in a mound where I want it to go like that. So I'm not sure how that works. And then I'm just going to put some of this in here. Like, we want this maybe to look like the tree is kind of coming over the pathway, right? Are we going to get this painting done? Like, tonight? Tomorrow or anytime? Yeah, let's just extend that a little bit. Do I like that this is coming? Yeah, I think I do actually. It's kind of coming straight and then, I like it. Okay, so what I need to do, woohoo, I have decided that I want to make this light. This is a scene I feel like I've done a million times, but not. I guess it's all a little bit different. Whatever, I don't care. I'm learning how to pastel. Learning how to pastel. I feel like yellow could be a mistake. Okay, that looks like a tree. That's okay. Okay, nothing is, I'm not doing anything that I wanted to do here. I really want this to be white and kind of maybe even pinkish, if I can get it in there. I just want to put some holes in these trees. Like, is that too much to ask for? So, going back to what I was, what I was mentioning before. So, yeah, like I'm really kind of missing my, my learning time. And so I basically just need to find a way to include YouTube as part of my learning process. So you're going to see more of me learning. And I know that's going to be, you know, some of you could be like, I don't want to see you learn, I want you to teach me. But I feel like this could be helpful. Let me know if you hate this, if you hate watching me learn. And then some will just be me doing a painting that I've been wanting to do. Like, I have so many sketches that seriously are like a few years old and I need to get to them. And it's not necessarily me learning, it's just me painting them and figuring out different things. So in that way I wouldn't be teaching myself and you wouldn't be watching me teach myself, but you would be watching me just do a painting that I've been wanting to do. Or like even a commission or, you know, something, whatever. And so I want to do more of those, but also stick to the awesome, you know, like tutorials and what I mean by awesome is not that I'm awesome doing them. I mean, you know, these cool products, these awesome products that are out there and me kind of figuring out what they're all about. So that's what I mean. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. And, but I figured, you know what, I want to learn how to do pastels, and I was like, how am I ever going to do that? I've got to do these YouTube videos. And I'm like, well, why don't I just do it on YouTube? Because I was thinking, well, I've got to learn how to do pastels. And then, you know, once I've done lots of them, you know, in a couple of years, maybe I can start doing some on my YouTube channel. I'm like, you know what? Forget that. Let's just start right now. I mean, I'm not trying to be anyone I'm not, so let's just do it. Okay, I don't know, I kind of like that. Like, these look like really fluffy trees, like really just lush trees, and I'm kind of loving it. One thing that she said was that the baby wipes give a different texture, but I didn't get that, so I don't know. Maybe I need to do actual alcohol baby wipes. We'll see. For now, I'm not hating what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm still scared for the end product, but I feel like, you know, like these do not look like trees, but they look like, do they look like trees? Maybe they do look like trees. No, that doesn't look good. Okay, one thing I'm going to do, let's just try this. So I'm just going to, no, that didn't work. I need a hard pastel for that, I think. Kind of, no. Let's do this. Brown. I'm going to have to cover that up, but I want to do some stalks kind of showing here because, seriously. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, well, Janelle, you know, really. See, this is a soft pastel, or no, this is a hard pastel. The other thing I could do is get out my old pastel. They're not old; they're brand new, and I haven't hardly used them. I was talking about them before. My pastel crayons, pencils, whatever. I don't know. Okay, let's just kind of, we've got a forest. Yes, we do. We have a forest. I don't know what's going on. And then we'll just kind of blur them out. They're there, but they're very subtle, and they were painted by a person who doesn't know how to paint. But we blurred them out, so, ooh, there we go. And some of them are catching some sunlight. This is not the way to do this, I'm sure. Like, okay, and then let's just cover a little bit more with that green. I'm really trying to figure out these trees here. Okay. What is the deal with this easel right now? I feel like I don't have as many different colors of greens that I would like. But I would prefer. Yeah, I just don't know how to do that texture of the trees. I guess it kind of looks like trees. You guys are probably screaming at me like, can we move on, please, from these stupid trees? You're down the trees. But am I down the trees? I don't know if I am. And I kind of want to see what all these. Okay. Okay, you know what? Okay, so we're going to start with flowers because I just need to go on. So let's start with some dark. I want to start with dark, but I don't really have a dark red-brown. What am I doing here? Let's see here. My flowers, whatever they were, they're gone now. Okay. I need this to be smaller. That's not dark enough. What's this one? Is that one black? I don't know. Okay. Ah, that's not right. Okay, forget it. We're just doing this. So yeah, this is just not going to work from that perspective because now these look like massive, massive poppies. I'm going to have to change my perspective, hey? Shoot. Because there's no way that I can do it looking from the grass unless I just kind of cover up this pathway. Should I try it? I mean, like, I kind of like that. Then it's going to be hard unless I just add like a whole bunch of different flowers and forget the whole poppy theme. I need to cut into these trees more with the grass. Just FYI. Okay, I'm going to try it. Smaller one here. Okay, what do we got here? Let's do one coming up here. Coming from the side here. I gotta say, poppies work, the shape of them is just perfect for pastels. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little bit. So I wanna do some darker, let's just do this purple. I've been hesitating with doing this dark purple, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me just see if I can just kind of rub that in. Unfortunately, I did not do them. This is all the same. These are all the same perspective. So I gotta fix that. Let's have this one coming towards me. It's opening up there. I want this one opening up. Take it that way. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to rub that in a little bit because I just feel like that's what I should do. I don't think I saw that anywhere else in any other video, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm basically going to delete the path. Delete. Delete! Let's do some orange, so I'm going to just... I think when you have pastels, if you have different sizes of them, that's probably a good idea. Because then you can get different, just like you would have different brushes that do things, you would have different colors of pastel, or different sizes and different shapes of pastels, I would think. So people must like break them up into certain shapes that they want to do them in. I want to get some sunshine in there. How do we do that? That orange, I should try that fluorescent orange. Ooh, haha. Okay, we don't want the same, we don't want to do the same stroke on all of them. Let's do that. Put something there. I'm going to go back in with some actual red. Yeah, I don't know if this was what I should have done, but that's what I did. So I'm going to go in with this red here. And these are all the same size. So I'm so focused on how to do this that I'm not really thinking about the composition here. Because these are all the same size, which is not what you want. Whatever. That's what it is. It's just a study, so we're okay. We're okay. Let's just put some small little bits of those. Okay, so is this going to work? I could be laying on a path, but that doesn't even make sense. Like, no one's going to lay right on the path. going to do some grass. So we're going to do some nice soft grasses in here. And make this more of a poppy field now. That does not. See, now I don't like that as much. Well, whatever. You guys can let me know if you wish I would have left the pathway in and just put little individual flowers, but then it's just little marks. I wanted to do the poppy flowers. This is just not okay. This, not gonna work. So what do I do about that, people? What do I do about that? Okay, that's better. Then I got rid of that one. I remember she had some like interesting flowers going up. Just kind of coming. So I don't like that one. Oh, maybe going back to this purple here would be good. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of that fixative because I want to kind of see how it works. I'm just going to kind of do some little, I don't know what these flowers are. I'm going to kind of make them look like lavender, but they're not lavender because lavender doesn't grow in just individual whatever, but I don't think it does. I don't know anything. This is the point of the painting where I've given up on life. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, what's the point? I'm going to go grab that workable fixative and let's see what can be done. But first, I'm going to do some highlights on here. Put a mark and then just kind of I don't know. Ah. Okay, I'm going to go grab that fixative. sure where the lines are. So you do want to have some ventilation in your room. Wow, that was loud. Okay. So just give that a second. Whew. Okay, let's put the fan on. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. That's probably really loud. I may have to do voiceover. Oh, I don't want to do voiceover. Okay. Let's just do some coming up there. Oh, I don't want that meeting. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Let's do some grasses, or I'm gonna grab my harder pastels. Let's do some grasses here. One thing I did notice about how she drew her grasses was she just kind of really just like, you know, like a little kid that's trying to learn how to like hold a pencil. Oh, I don't like that blue. I like how the texture of it. Oh, you guys, what am I gonna do? I don't like this one right here, but let's just. Ooh. Oh, see that? Okay, so on the fixative now. That is just coming out like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that fixative, I wasn't really going to do it. That's why I didn't even have it here. So I was like, bah. But I'm really glad I did it now. So I'm going to have that one going like that. I'll put this other one out here. Yeah, look at that. That just like, I really like what that did to the surface of the paper. Let's try, what is this fluorescent orange going to do? Ooh, kind of like that. See, the problem is I'm doing the same mark on all of them, and I can't be doing that. That doesn't really work. And I don't want them to all be the same red, so I'm going to do some of them like a little more orange. And then just take this one and like that. This is kind of, I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of that one. See, like you can see that I haven't even filled up all of the tooth in the paper. Oh, I almost wish I would have sprayed it with the fixative right away on the paper, because it just gives me such a nice, I don't know, I like it. This was just the workable fixative. I've used this before on like Jane Davenport stuff. Okay, you know what? I might leave this for today and come back to tomorrow and see if I get any brainwaves overnight. This one's like, whatever. This one's let me do a more pink one. I kind of, now I just want to do another painting like with a pathway and then add another flowers just to see what that would look like. Let's just a little bit of dimension that one. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to put the centers in. Well, I need to. I don't know what you need to do, but I need to put the centers in. So that means right here. This is a hard still. It's kind of like purple. Let's just do this dark one here. So some of these you wouldn't really see. But some of them you would. They're kind of hidden. This one is like right in the center. It's the focal point one, but if it's the focal point one, it shouldn't be where it is. But that's just happened to. Well, that's just what happened. Whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna come back. I wonder if I could put the path in there. Put the path back in there. I'm not sure if I can manage to make that work. Let's just do some of these stems. Coming over. Let's do some green. I'll start right at the bottom. Oh, just. This is so soft. It's too soft. I need a lighter one. Maybe this back to this one. I need a harder one. Yeah, so the harder ones are better for doing stems and stuff. But you don't want to have like a whole bunch of different colors of grasses either. You want to have shades of, you know, the same colors. Oh, look at this. Parallel. That's not okay. She did this much better than I am doing, but whatever. And I still feel like this guy is just, didn't I say I was going to stop? I believe I did. Well, I want a super light. I don't really have a good light blue. So I have this green though. I think I should spray the fixative over here. Oh, that's terrible. Did you know? Yeah, if I wasn't doing a video, I would be going outside and spraying that, just so you know. And wearing a mask and whatever. And I could say that I'm wearing a mask right now, but you all know I'm not. So I won't pretend that I am. Alright. see, I need to go in there really light. Where's that light? There we go. So now we're able to add some. Yeah, I've got to get used to how to, different things to do with, because I need to put some holes in there, and I'm not sure how to go about doing that. I don't want it to be, oh, this is working. Let's put some holes in there. Oh, that's yeah, you know what, I'm not, so the paper actually, I like it better when there's a, when I spray this on there. So maybe that's how I'll use this paper. I mean, at least for these pastels that I have here, I'm sure, you know, yeah, this is working a little bit better. So you can see I'm really thinning out these trees a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. And because I sprayed that fixative on there, this pastel's really holding on to it, and it didn't seem to be holding on. So I don't know if I'm kind of using the wrong pastels for this paper or the wrong paper for, you know, I don't know what it is. But anyways, I feel like I've kind of figured out a little bit of a hack in making these pastels behave the way I want them to. And someone more experienced than me could probably tell me what it is I just figured out. I just want a little bit of interest in the sky. And a little bit. Make that more interesting. This is not any kind of interesting shape. But I love that color. Wait, what happened to my dark green? What did I do with it? Where is it? I lost it. Oh, here it is. I'm so funny. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There'll be people that'll be like, yeah, you should edit that. See, the thing with editing is, like, how much to edit. It's like, okay, well, I can edit till the cows come home, but then I'm left with a person doing a video that has zero personality because whatever, and I realize that not everyone's going to love my personality, but at least, you know, there might be some people that do and find it interesting, find it, you know, because I like watching videos where the person is kind of interesting, and definitely they can be annoying, people can be annoying, and then you're like, oh, I can't watch them, like I like what they do, but I cannot stand watching their videos. So I fully acknowledge that not everyone's, they're going to be like, you're too annoying, I wish you were not annoying. And so that's why I kind of do, like, hopefully some videos that, you know, don't show my personality, and then some that do. For the people that want to see someone's personality when they watch a YouTube video, and for the people that don't like interesting things, don't like interest, they don't like character. Just kidding. People that are annoyed by me, because I can understand that not everyone's going to like me. Okay, I like what I've added on, and I really like how that works. This one makes got the song stuck in my head. Can't get it out. This has some issues here. You know what, maybe I'll put a little bit of brown back there. Or not. You can see I'm just kind of going back and forth over my work and erasing things and then putting them back in, and oh, it's painful. I understand if you guys are like, oh, come on. Believe me, I understand. I mean, I'm the one doing this. So, hello. Let's just leave that like that. Oh, I do not like that tree. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta leave this. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Absolutely nothing. I think I'll just do that. But we're going to need something over here then. Actually, maybe the blue would be better with that. I feel like the blue could be better. Yeah, I could not. So, I will not be doing any pastel paintings without my gloves on. That just looks like a stick of cotton candy. What am I doing? What am I doing, you guys? What am I doing? What has this all been about? I hope that those of you who are trying to learn things and teach yourself things can get something out of me, out of watching me learn stuff, and to just like laugh about it, but to keep trying. Like, I hope you're getting something out of this, other than just seeing me make a fool of myself. You know, I'm really gonna stop this. I don't, you know what? I don't have a good green. This is the problem. I don't have a good green. There's no good green here. Like, I have, okay. This is pretty much the only dark green I have. This one right here. I may have to figure out some different greens. Like, if you could mix these, you just lay down the color and then, you know, it's just kind of, and you just lay down another color on top of it and just mix them, blend them. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this and I'm going to come back tomorrow. I really like this pink. I want to add some more of that pink somewhere. It can't just be in one place. Because it's bedtime. Or it's at least reading book time until you fall asleep. And then that will be what. Then I'll see if there's anything more I need to add. Alright, so I'm back and I've had a little bit of time away from this to kind of think about some things. So one of the problems I had yesterday was that this is all on the same plane. I mean, I guess, you know, some of these flowers look like they're in front. But it's all kind of like the trees look like they're all at the same level. Other than I have some different heights here. But, you know, I don't really actually love how this is just like all in a straight line. So I want to kind of try to introduce some depth into the piece. And I'm going to actually, maybe I have some my Neocolor wax pastels, some aqua pastels. I do have some oil pastels. Not sure if I'm going to use them or not. So we'll just see here. So I also have my Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils. So these, I wish I would have remembered, because these are just going to be really good for adding in highlights and whatnot. Now the problem is that I have filled this tooth. So I can't really lay a whole bunch of more pigment on here, because the tooth of the paper is filled. So that's one reason why you would maybe put some fixative on it, and then you can add some stuff on there. I do remember that. But we'll see what we can do. I don't know, and maybe I can put in some wax here. Some wax pastels. And gelatos as well. So I think if I just kind of add some of this in here. And just kind of blend that. Oh, also, I do have better blending things than my fingers. I'm going to see. I'm just going to spend a couple minutes just to see if I can just introduce a little bit of depth into here. If I can't, I'm probably just going to leave it and be like, okay, that was, this is a practice. This is clearly, you know, not meant to be turned into anything. This is me learning. So I know there'll be lots of people who will be wanting to comment, and definitely give me your, you know, advice. And yes, there's a lot of things that I'm learning about this. So this is not a video for teaching. I'm not trying to teach you here how to use pastels. I am trying to show you how I teach myself. And so in that way, what you can learn is, you know, maybe how someone else learns and how they have taught themselves, or even just, okay, well, she doesn't know what she's doing and she's trying it, so maybe I can too, that kind of thing. But no, I am not pretending that I know what I'm doing. Just want to reiterate that. Like, and you can see I can't get much more into there. Also, the wax, and if you were to use oil pastels, I would think it would use a little bit of a resist. You would want to use it in a resist. You would have to be a little bit careful. So, and the other thing, I think I really do want to get not the highest quality, because I'm still, you know, this isn't too serious for me yet. But also, if I'm learning, I might as well learn with some decent materials, right? And so I'm thinking I do want to try to do some research and invest in a better quality. You know, I'm tempted to just order the Schminke pastels, but I know that that would be a lot of money for something that is not going to be a main thing I do. Don't know if I was successful in introducing anything here. I don't think I am. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, actually. But I want to kind of, let's just see, even if it doesn't turn out, let's just see if this helps. So the thing is because this is a medium I've never worked with, my brain is kind of occupied with that. And so it's kind of missed some other things, like the depth that I would normally have not missed out on. And I would have caught on to that right away. But because, you know, my brain is kind of doing other things. I like this actually because at first you're like, well, you have all those crayon lines, but I think you could really use that, like especially like in a lily pond, a water lily pond. And it might not totally work in here. I mean, I could blend it, but there's no more blending on this thing. This is done being blended, I think. See, I'll just show you here. Blending a little bit. In some places it might blend a little bit. But there's not a whole lot of blending. Or it could be used for like those flowers, just having a light dusting or like a fog kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily work in this painting, but the way it looks here gives me ideas for some other paintings I could do. And I actually really am liking the effect of it. It doesn't work because of the lines here, but I can see that I would like it, you know, if I could blend it and work it in a little bit better. So I'll have to try that in another painting. Plus I like the colors I have here. There's these ones I have. This one's kind of, yeah, I can't really add a whole lot to those poppies. And I really do need to be able to put some more color in there, but it's not going to happen. What I might do is just put some... Oh, that's what I was going to do. That was the other thing. I wanted to do some more sky holes. And I'm not sure. Let's see if I can do that with this. I'm just gonna try it. And just try to add a little bit of some sky holes here. Too well. What this would do. Yeah, this is just, all of this is doing is just picking up the pastel that's already there. So I'll just not worry about that. So both of these, the Artist Loft and the Faber-Castell, are both considered soft pastels. So I am going to have to try to get some hard ones, because I really kind of just filled up my underpainting with soft pastels, and you want to use hard pastels so that you don't fill it up with, you don't fill up the paper with your soft pastels, because then you can't add anything on them. So you want to do your hard pastels first. These are all things I've learned since yesterday. So, and what I often do is I will do something and I'll be like, well, what's that? And why isn't this working? And why isn't this working? And then when I go and kind of watch some more videos or Google something or just even watch another thing, I'll see, oh, that's the problem I had. You know, that's what I should have done, this instead of this. And so that's why I had that problem. And so then it's more meaningful to me, and it will stick with me, those lessons. Whereas if I was to, you know, find all that out before I even tried a painting, it'd be like, okay, so if I do that, all right, whatever. Like, it doesn't mean as much because I haven't encountered that situation. And so I don't even know exactly what they're talking about. Oh, but this is good. Just blending in this red, wow, my voice, is kind of actually really kind of nice. I just need to put some, get some darks in that a little bit. But I think, you know, I think we're gonna be done here. And then I think I've learned what I can from this painting. And I definitely am going to try it again. I do really like it. So if you are looking into doing this, I would say Karen Margulies, I'll put the link to her channel underneath, is a really good person to follow. And I don't know, if I see any other ones, I will let you know. This is probably better for stems. And then I could probably just do like a few little grasses coming up. I don't want it to look like a little kid drawing, but... So I hope that, I don't know, teaches you something. Even if you don't want to do pastels, you can just see the process of someone. I know it really helps me when I see someone else learning. And also just the motivation and the encouragement. So next we're going to, I want to do some more, I want to learn how to do some more real life portrait drawings. So not from faces that just come in my head or that just appear on the paper as I'm trying to work the faces out. I want to have a picture and try to get that because I haven't done a lot of that. So that's what I want to do in an upcoming video. And I'm going to actually get working on that right away. I just got to get a different setup because it's going to be coming from down. And I'm going to use a photo of one of my daughters to try that. So I will see you on the next video. Please do leave comments below. I know this is a longer video. And let me know how you like this format. And if you do have any pastel painting tips for me, that would be great. Try not to yell at me. Because as I said, I'm acknowledging that I'm a beginner and I don't know a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I'm just learning, and this is me learning how to do this. But we are going to be doing more videos where I actually will be teaching you things. I'm going to stop talking now because this video has gotten so long, and I will see you in another video. Bye!